Shopper Young City, happy to have you, my man.
Thank you for having me, baby. I appreciate it, you heard me? Yes, indeed.
Oh man, finally made it happen, man. Been trying to get you on the platform for a while now.
I mean, I ain't really hard to find, but I'm dealt for the right people. You dig? And you one of them people. You're him. You're Himothy. You heard me? So you see me in the building, right? I respect you to the utmost. You dig? Yeah, believe that.
Yeah, man, I've been trying to reach out for a while now, man. I mean, every time I reach out, they say you locked up. What was going on with that, yo? Everything good?
All right. So I mean, so what happened was a couple years ago, they charged me with sex trafficking. And they charge you with sex trafficking. The real that's what they charged me with, but the real truth, I mean, it got dropped, of course, but what really happened was I was kicking it with a female. She brung a female, flew her in. I told her she can fly and we was gonna have a threesome. You dig? She was looking on my story and just seeing me, living that one life, living, enjoying my life, you heard me? Falling out of control, but we'll say uptown, stunting, you heard me? And she wanted to kick it. So I told her she could come kick it. She come kick it. Next thing she twerking all on my car and going crazy. And I'm more like, I'm a fly dude, you dig? So everything about me is just cool, calm, and collective. I ain't, I'm not into the rah-rah. My rah-rah days was the band. I'm older now, so the way I look at life, I look at everything strategic with chess, even with people. You dig? I look at everybody like a piece of the chessboard. So I looked at her and was just like, this looked like trouble. And I was just like, it ain't worth it. So I told Shawty, you heard me? I'm like, yeah, you might want to go ahead and take her to the hotel. We're gonna fly out tomorrow. So she like, what? Next thing you know, she was like, all right, fuck it, let me go. I'll go, fuck it. So we sent out. I ended up still knocking the bitch down, of course. But the next day, she go to the airport. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna tell the police, you got all these cars and you getting all this money off these hoes and you pimping these bitches. And I'm like, bitch, do what you do. I don't give a fuck because it wasn't true. So I'm like, do what you do. This bitch actually did it. And like I don't know that girl, you dig? So I'm not thinking in my mind like she really gonna do something like that there. But she did. So that basically made the police look at me like I'm hot. They wanted to see what was down with me because I was driving all these nice cars and living in these nice homes. I still do. But at this time in Vegas, I was doing all that. So they wanted to see what was down with me anyway. So basically, I ended up being in like, I don't know what town it was, but I'm kicking it. I had a gig out there. I think it was in the DMV, I think. And we come out of the show and they ran down on us with guns. Drew niggas in bushes and telling me I had sex trafficking charge and locked me up, extradited me to Vegas. I go to Vegas to go face the charges. To be honest with you, brother, I was lost. I didn't really ain't much know what was going on. You did. So when they broke it down to me and told me that I'm charged with sex trafficking, because what ended up happening, oh, I forgot to tell you. So after she told the police I had all these cars and pimping all these girls and doing all this here, I was in a club. I don't know what club it was, somewhere out there in Vegas, you dig? And I'm drunk, having a ball, and a female DM me, and she tried to entrap me. That's what happened. She tried to entrap me, but that came from that female. They just tried to throw the bait out there. And my dumb ass, I don't understand, you heard me, that if somebody say to you, oh, I want to rock with you, I want to with you, but I'm a stripper or I'm a 304, which is in layman terms, slang word means if she tell you on the phone or any some type of way that she sell put and she want to with you, I didn't know that that's a charge. I didn't know that. But I'm drunk and I'm having a ball and I'm in a club talking to her and she told me that. I'm like, yeah, come with me. I'm not thinking in my mind that you did, but that's how they got me. They hit me with entrapment. So they entrapped me. And that's how they got me. That's how they end up charging me. Because they couldn't charge you with accusations, but they charged you with how they entrapped me. And what ended up happening was I was ready to go to wall. If you're gonna ship me up the road for something I felt like I didn't do, then let's go to wall. So I spent a lot of money and I did what I had to do, and they dropped the charges. They in the mug shot they put on there. That ended up coming from a whole different situation. Is because I had lean on me and ecstasy on me. You dig? And I don't even pop ecstasy. That was a little whole shit. You dig? But they ended up charging me with that. Use that profile pic and make it seem like I'm charged with sex trafficking. Put me out on all the media. You heard me? media takeout and shade room, and they drew me out there like I was doing the most. You dig? So all my people looking like, what the and I'm like, what the because I'm not pimping no hoe, you dig? But at the end of the day, if a bitch asks me if I'm God, I'm not gonna tell her I'm not. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you I'm not God if you think I'm God. I believe I'm God. I believe I'm a God. You hear me? I don't think I'm better than nobody, but I love my body. So that's what ended up happening. And when that got dropped, I kind of, to be honest with you, they locked me up. I got out probably about within 2 months. Then they dropped the charges, and to be honest with you, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna lay low. I'm gonna change my whole demographic. I'm gonna move out of Vegas. I'm gonna fall back from all the hoes I was fucking. I'm just gonna let it all go. I'm gonna move back to New Orleans. I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm gonna focus on my career and build this shit back up the right way instead of just living that rock star lifestyle and just running around with my head chopped off. And I just say, fuck all that. I'm gonna do it the right way, and I'm gonna build my brand all over. So when you say it was hard to find me, it wasn't that it was hard to find me. I didn't want to be found because I was basically revamping what I needed to do personally, because a lot of things that I was doing was the rapper chopper, and I wasn't handling a lot of my personal business. You dig? Like my daughter's getting older. I wasn't able to quite see them grow as much because I'm so focused on myself, and sending money is totally different than being in their life. And I really wasn't appreciating that until I got locked up and realizing, I need to cut niggas off who was leeching off me. I need to stop fucking all these hoes because I could and because I'm chopper, you dig? So I was just like, man, fuck all that. I'm about to just lay low, step up, build my brand, and get back to the money. And that's exactly what I've been doing. Focus.
Yeah, it's looking like you doing that. You looking like money, man.
I mean, I mean, if you love yourself, you'll take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you only got one car on this earth, so you might want to, keep that maintenance. And one thing I do, I love myself and I'm enlightened, and I'm very intelligent and I know better and I'm experienced and I'm wise. And I know at the end of the day, you take care of yourself, it shows on the outside. And that's important to me. Loving yourself is real important to me because it shows on the outside, as you can see. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. But speaking of that, though, the sex trafficking, how you feel about what Diddy is going through right now? They're accusing him of the same thing.
I'm gonna be all the way honest with you, and I'm gonna lay it down. Courtesy of this platform, it's the right thing to do. Well, let's get this clear. Young men out here like me, getting money, doing their thing, loving themselves, promoting their brand, living that rapper lifestyle, whatever lifestyle you're living, that's accumulating to some funds to make you feel like you having it your way. Check this out. If you fly a female from one state to you for the for the um for the predecession of having sex with her, and things don't go right, you'll get charged for sex trafficking. So I want to let you know that. You dig? I didn't know that. You heard me? I didn't know if I fly a female to me for the reason of having sex with her, that's considered sex trafficking. I did not know that. So I'm letting you guys know right now. You heard me? That's sex trafficking. Cool. Now that's out the way. So it's not human trafficking, because when people think about sex trafficking, they think like you're kidnapping kids and people, and no, that's not what it means. It just means that if you fly somebody from across state lines to have sex with them, it's sex trafficking. Cool. Now the Diddy situation, it goes like this here. I believe it's a double-edged sword. I'm gonna tell you why. It's bittersweet, bruh, because the things that Diddy has done to so many artists on his label is so diabolical. I think by being around Diddy for the time I've been around him, I think Diddy mean well. You dig? I think he mean well, but if you lived a certain lifestyle for so long, you stop treating people like human beings and you start treating people like objects. So this is what I would say. I would say he mean well. I don't think that his mission was to go out here and get accused for the things that they're chumping up on him. Mind you, it's prosecution. It's their job to chump up as many charges as they could to keep you in jail. That's their job. But I also think that it's a double-edged sword, because ever since he went droid with that Ciroc company and that De Leon and all that, it's ironic how everything crashed on him. right? Think about that, right? But we're gonna put that to the side right quick, and I'm gonna continue to talk about my opinion about it. You heard me? So I feel like this with the Cassis situation. There is no doubt about it that he beat that girl. There's no doubt about it. Okay, but I also think about it like this here. As a celebrity, anything you say or do can be used against you in a court of celebrity. So you got to know you got the scope on you. I think Diddy forgot that he had 24/7 surveillance of a scope on him. Do I think Diddy is a sex trafficker? I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. I've been around him. I kicked it with him. Now, would I say Diddy is a little left field, a little UFO-ish, a little X-File-ish? Absolutely. But do I think that he's what they're accusing him of? No, I don't. I'm sorry. And a lot of people can feel a way about Chop, but Chop gonna keep it real. I'm from uptown New Orleans. I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I can only keep it real. You dig? I don't think he's a sex trafficker. I just think he done so much that the universe tend to unravel the way it should. You know, when you do right by people, it comes back right. And when you do wrong by people, you get what you deserve. I think at this moment in life, Diddy is getting the karma that he quite deserved, because when I went through that situation, I thought about everything that I was doing wrong that equivalated to what happened to me. I said, oh, okay, it's time for me to eat the karma cake. And I think that at this moment, it's time for Diddy to eat the karma cake, courtesy of the artist that he has milked. You know what I mean? The artists that he milked, the Craig Max, the biggest, the band, Danny the Kane, Shine, Black Rob, it's only a certain amount of time, Brad, towards you can take, to the universe just reverse that. And I think it's just time for him to get the humble pie, and the universe is basically taking what he has been taking for all these years. And I think that's what's going on. I think it's more of a universal situation. I don't think that Diddy is a bad person or he's out there. Now, R. Kelly, Lord knows I love R. Kelly music. King of R&B, no doubt about it. But R. Kelly had real mental issue problems. So I can understand that situation. Got it. But Diddy, I really can't, I can't logically put two and two together to make it seem like he's just this evil person. Is he a scamming, maybe left field with whatever, you know what I mean though? Left field, all that there? Absolutely. Is he a freak? Absolutely. But is it really a crime to be a freak though? So when people be josing and laughing about him having 1,000 Earl bottles and baby Earl bottles and all that, so what? That's his personal space. I'm not taking up for the man because he didn't do 100% right by me. I'm just saying right is right and wrong is wrong. And it's funny how us black society, human beings, we hate that the white man do this and do that and has done this and that to us, but yet and still when another black man is in a situation, they are shooting him down more than the white people are. And I think that that's so wrong. That's just my opinion. So did he do what he did to Cassie? Yes. But did he do a million other things that people are accusing him of? I think it's a money pit. And I think it's bigger than what it seems. I think it's more like the big dogs is smashing his twin towers. I don't really quite think it has nothing to do with what they making it. I think it's the big dogs that said, all right, enough is enough. Get him out of here. And I think that's what's going on. So Diddy's fighting a bigger juggernaut than himself. I think he bit the hand that fed him, and he's paying for it, because at the end of the day, they still showing him, regardless of what, he's still a nigga. To me, I think this situation is showing him you're still a nigga, period. You're still a nigga. They showed him he's still a nigga, and that's crazy, but it's life. He bit the hand that fed him, and that's what's out. Plus the universe, plus the things he done. So I think Diddy, if he come out, which I feel like he will, you did, because I went through that situation, you heard me? So I can sit up here and be a testimony to say they are chumping up charges. I don't think he's going to get charged with everything that they're giving him, but I think he's definitely going to get charged with something. That's just my opinion. So that's how I feel about that, with that sex trafficking situation. You know.
But why you feel like it's deeper than what it seems?
Because I mean, the game is to be sold and not told, so I can't sit up here and just be snitching. And I don't even call it snitching, but I can't speak on things that isn't my business. courtesy of just my upbringing. I was raised around my daddy. He always told me, never indulge too much on business that don't belong to you. So I'm not going to do that. And this is what I'm going to say to make it sound fair to us. I would say at the end of the day is um he went up against the juggernauts, that liquor company, bro. I'm gonna still say that, regardless of what, because everything was all fine and dandy until he went to war with that liquor company, and that's just my opinion. I don't think it has nothing to do with the Cassie situation. I'm gonna say yeah, okay, you got that, because that's on film, so you got that, brother. But everything else is kind of like it's the Me Too movement, and you know how that goes. The Me Too movement is a mother. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby got hit. He got hit with charges 40, 50 damn near years later. You know what I'm saying? Courtesy of the Me Too movement. You did. But before that, Bill Cosby was trying to buy into what company was that? You remember? He was trying to buy into
I want to say CBS.
there you go. Right. He was trying to buy into a company. The moment you're trying to empower something, that's when it's time to, you know, chop your limbs. So I think things is bigger than what it seems. And I'm a logic man. I read. So I know things, is bigger than what it seems. I don't look at things from how I see it. I look at things of how it is. And how it looks like to me is Diddy would have been just fine if he ain't go to war with them people. And that's just my opinion. Because they let him ride all these years with everything else he was doing besides when that happened. And that's just, yeah, fucking right. So think about that, brother. Think about that. You heard me? They let him ride with everything else. Diddy got away with murder for so long, especially what he did to artists. That nigga made 30 million from the man and got away with it. Can you imagine what he did with everybody else? Biggie, Loon, Miz? Come on, bro. So at the end of the day, all I'm gonna say, Black Rob though, and shout out to Black Rob and rest in peace to him. I don't know. I just felt like in my mind, he's just getting a piece of the humble pie. And it's just, and it was time for him to get a piece of the humble pie, because there's only a certain amount of time um, you can be a winner. There's only a certain amount of time towards you can keep winning. You still got to give something back. Life, to me, I don't no longer think it's about good or bad. Because the bad is more successful than the good. I think it's a such thing as balance that equivalates to right and wrong. You know what's right, you know what's wrong. You dig? And that equals to a balance that you yourself have to measure out. I don't think it's a good and bad though. I think it's right and wrong. Right and wrong is the balance tip. I don't think it's good and bad. That's just my opinion. And I think that Diddy was doing too much wrong. It was just too much wrong that he was doing, that he was getting away with. And it was just time for the universe to tap that. That's it. Period.